Hey YouTube, Ultra Maximus here, and I got another top 10 list. This is the ninth in my series of top 10 movies. We're going across all genres: westerns, comedies, sci-fi, horror, romance, and this time we're going to talk about family movies. And when I talk about the family movies, I'm going to purposely exclude the Disney movies because I'm going to have an entire genre just of Disney itself. And when I say top 10, again, I don't mean the biggest money makers, the effects, the people who are in it. I mean my top 10 and why they're my top 10. So let's take a look at what those top 10 family films are. At number 10, I've got Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp. And the reason that I like this one, I love the original Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory with Gene Wilder. It's very good, classic film, but I like this one a little bit better because it's a little bit darker. It's got a little bit of that you need to behave kind of feel thing to it. It's the book itself's not the brightest and cheeriest, and a lot of kids' stories aren't. A lot of kids' stories are kind of dark, and they're kind of meant to scare kids a little bit to make sure they do what they're supposed to do. And Johnny Depp does a fantastic job as Willy Wonka, and the little boy that they get to play Charlie, he fantastic. The effects are great. The only thing that I was kind of about was the fact that they used one guy for all the different Oompa Loompas. And I mean, he was great. I love that actor, but I would have preferred to see a lot of different kinds of Oompa Loompas. That being said, great film based off a great story. Johnny Depp, you really can't go wrong. Fun stuff. Number 9 is Hook. Great family flick. Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman, Julia Roberts, Bob Hoskins. It's just fantastic. If you've never seen this, it's basically what if Peter Pan grew up and his kids get captured by Captain Hook, and Dustin Hoffman is a phenomenal Captain Hook. Yeah, he's probably the best thing about this entire movie. And Peter Pan has to go back and basically remember that he is Peter Pan, which it's just a really great romp. It's, dad going after his kids, and the kids are like, believe, you got to believe sort of thing. And it was just lots of big names and fun, and they all did a really good job. And I just remember this coming out and it being a big holiday hit, and it's still really good. I've gone back and watched it a few times since then, and it's still a really good, fun romp in Neverland. Okay, at number 8, we've got Jumanji. It's great flick, again, starring Robin Williams. It's basically this mystical game that captures these kids. It comes to life sort of thing as they play this game, and the game pieces come out, and it really happens while they're playing it, and they got to finish the game for it to go back. And Robin Williams' character gets trapped in it years and years before. Well, this new generation of kids start playing it. They have to find the other little girl that was playing with Robin as they were a kid, find her, get her to finish the game so that Robin can be saved from the game, essentially. It is hilarious. It's funny. The effects are pretty good, and just all kinds of craziness that goes on in this house. And it was followed up by a sequel, Zetheria, I think, which was a space game. So I don't know if this is a series of books or what it is, but it was definitely a great family film. I enjoy watching it still today. All right. At number 7, we've got Harry and the Hendersons, about Bigfoot. It stars John Lithgow and his family accidentally run over a Bigfoot out in the woods, and they take it home, find out it's still alive, and he starts living with the family, and they kind of take him in as one of their own. And obviously, a Sasquatch in your house isn't going to work all that well. Very, very warm, very funny, and at the end, they end up letting him go. He's got to go back to his family, and we see all kinds of different big feets or Sasquatches or Bigfoots or whatever you want to call them out in the woods. Very warm and loving movie. You got the guy that's trying to hunt the Bigfoot, and they're trying to save Harry from him and all that kind of good stuff. And It's just an all-round great family film. All right, at number 6, we've got Batteries Not Included, a Steven Spielberg produced film. Very funny, very nice. This is one of my favorites when I was a kid. It's about little alien spaceship robot things that come down, and there's this old dilapidated apartment building, and people are trying to tear it down, but the residents who live there don't want it gone, and they got a diner that they're trying to save, and these little aliens start helping them and fixing things and all that kind of good stuff, and they end up having little babies, and um, the developers who are trying to get rid of it find them, and they're trying to get rid of the little aliens, so the group, the little neighborhood group decide they need to save the little aliens and all that kind of good stuff. It's very heartwarming. The little robots are cute. The effects are fun. And this is just another one of those sit down with your kids and enjoy a classic family film kind of movie. All right, at number 5, we've got Night at the Museum. Ben Stiller. Great flick. He's a security guard. He's at a museum at night. This magical tablet, everything comes to life, and he's got to deal with it, kind of thing. Uh, there's a plot of the tablet trying to get stolen, so Stiller's got to stop it and all that kind of good stuff. But it's phenomenal. The characters, the little monkey, the T Rex, the Easter Egg Island. Robin Williams is in this. It's an all around great modern family classic, and it's one of those things I'd like to see in 3D. I was surprised the sequel wasn't in 3D, and I'm guessing they're going to make a third one because they're big money makers, but I'd really like to see all this stuff going around in 3D. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But all around, good adventure, good fun, great for the whole family. All right, number 4, we've got Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Again, Bob Hoskins is back in another film. This movie, phenomenal. Chris Lloyd is in it as well. It's got Roger and Jessica Rabbit. He thinks Jessica's trying to having an affair and with Acme, and they end up killing Marv Acme, and uh, Roger gets blamed for it. So they're going after him. He hooks up with Eddie, who's kind of a drunk, washed out private detective for cartoons and Toonland, which is all the Disney characters, all the Warner Brothers characters, Hanna-Barbera, all of them wrapped up together. We see Bugs and Daffy and Donald and Mickey, and all of them are in it. And the fact, the scene with the two ducks, Daffy and Donald, is outstandingly hilarious. Great stuff. Um, but they go through, and it's a mystery murder, a 1940s murder mystery is what it is. And Chris Lloyd's trying to wipe him out with this dip and get rid of Toontown so they can build a freeway and all that kind of good stuff. And it's just classic, classic, classic stuff. And it's good for adults, and the kids are going to like it too because there's lots of cartoons in it. But it's very much an adult story. It's a murder mystery that's happened to be set in the 1940s and happens to be set in Toontown. And it's just all around great. Robert Zemeckis put this together, and it's just an all around great movie. Both adults and kids are going to get something out of. All right, at number 3, I have The Smurfs. And I saw this at the theater in 3D, and I was kind of sketchy on it, but I wanted to go see it because it was in 3D. And I was a big fan of The Smurfs as a kid, watched it every Saturday morning. And I'm going to tell you what, and I've said this before in other reviews and other posts, but they got this right. And it's really funny because it's set mostly in New York City, but the characters and the story um, are so close to the original cartoons and the original comics. It's a better adaptation of comic and cartoon to movie than the Transformers by Michael Bay was, and that's pretty sad, people. And they even make mention of Peyo. They go to an antique bookstore and find the old Peyo comic strips in the original language, and they make all kinds of references to that stuff, and it's just really good. Jonathan Winters as Papa Smurf. I think Katy Perry was Smurfette. George Lopez was Grouchy Smurf, which was really good. And then we've got Neil Patrick Harris in it. It just makes for a really good movie. And I'll tell you what, Hank Azaria makes a fantastic Gargamel. They did a really good job with it. It's fun. The kids are going to like it. And then if you grew up on the Smurfs, you're absolutely going to love it too. Plus, it's in 3D, and they did a great job with it. So that's why it's ranked number 3 in this list. All right, so number 2 goes to The Muppet Movie, the original Muppet movie. It's outstanding. It's the Muppets. You can't go wrong. It was their first motion picture debut. Lots and lots of great references in it. There's a reference of Big Bird going to New York to do public television, and great songs, great fun. All the classic characters. My favorite scene is right at the beginning of the movie with Statler and Waldorf, and they're like, "We're Statler and Waldorf. We're here to heckle the Muppet movie." Oh, I mean, it just that sets the tone of what this movie is about, and a lot of good family values, wholesome fun, good adult entertainment that the kids are not going to get, and it is a truly timeless classic family film. All right, and the number 1 family film has got to go to The Wizard of Oz with Judy Garland and this amazing cast. It's it's a masterpiece. I mean, you you can't say anything less than that. We start out in black and white and we move into color. This is one of the first color movies. It's music, it's action, it's adventure, it's horror. It's the scare. Who wasn't scared to death of those flying monkeys when they were kids? I got to ask you. And the Wicked Witch of the West, she captured that actress captured what a wicked witch was. Nobody else has done it as good since. I mean, that was the bookmark of what an evil witch was. Absolutely. I mean, you cannot go wrong with this. This used to come on every year. We always sat around and watched this every year, and it just gets better and better with time. And those songs always stuck in your head. And everybody watching this knows every song in that movie by heart. You do. And that's why The Wizard of Oz is the number 1 family film and will continue to be for generations. So there you have it. I hope you liked it, guys. Look for more videos on other top 10 movies or other videos. What are your favorite family films? List them in the comments, add a video, subscribe, check out some of my other stuff, and I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you later.